Titans Weekly, we can't read a rock, but being the best podcast with Huff and Jock. We cover the Titans early in the morning or later, with everything you need, spitting facts, no paper. From the Music City, born and raised, we reppin'. The city and the state of Tennessee, we steppin'. Our fans enjoy, they say they'll enlighten us. Let's go Titans fans and tighten up. Welcome to your favorite Tennessee Titans podcast. We're here to be the best and never last. Hawk and Jock, what's the plot? To make the Super Bowl, or can we win or not? Welcome to your favorite Tennessee Titans podcast. We give you news and perspectives and do it fast. When you see our shows, tell us what's up. Let's get this win and go home.
Welcome to your favorite Tennessee Titans podcast, Tennessee Titans Weekly. Jacques.
Halt.
Jacques.
Halt.
What's up, y'all? What is up? The season is started, bro. We got the new song as well, too, man. We hope y'all enjoyed the new song. You know what I mean, Jacques? We're here.
Yes, sir.
The season is on, bro. All season's done. All the trades, all that nonsense, the talk. We're here now, bro.
Yes, sir.
We're here, Jacques.
Yes, sir. Now, that new intro, man. Like, hey, let the peoples know, bro. Hey,
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
let
sir.
the peoples know. Yeah, I mean,
Yes,
I
sir.
gotta pub us up on social media. You did. You feel me?
Yes, sir.
Man,
Yes, sir.
how you feeling? How y'all feeling, man? How y'all feeling? We in here.
We here, bro. We here, man. I can't complain, man. It's a new season, man. Hey, you know, all off season we've been ready, man. We've been chomping at the bit, man. We appreciate everybody that's been rocking with us, man, all summer, even up to this point, man. As you all know, man, when the season's cracking on, man, we here, but we about to, man, we got so much cooking to do, man. We're gonna have a whole lot of live chopos throughout the season, y'all. So just be ready. You know what I mean? Right. Especially during the pregame. Just be ready, man. So I'm excited, bro.
Yes, sir. We gotta, you know, the room is.
Who we got in the chat, Shot?
Let's see. We got Max Titan. We said easy work. What's cracking with you, man? We got Ambulatory Peace. What up, y'all? What up? What up? Got
what up?
G in the building. What up, brother? I appreciate you. Thank you for the intro. I salute.
Yes, sir.
Derek Brown. So okay, I'm feeling the intro. Yes,
sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What's up, Keisha? She's so excited.
What up, Keisha?
So excited for the season is finally here. I'm optimistically excited about this season. Hey, likewise. TW.27, what is up? Bryce Tubbs, he said, what up, fellas?
What up? They like the intro, bro.
Yes, sir. Hey, man, y'all got our boy, man. Hey, take care of him.
Yep, that's right.
Jones, what up? He says, tighten up. Cadero, what up, brother? He said, where can I get that intro? It's an exclusive, brother. It's an exclusive, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It's an exclusive. Where my boy Bruce, what is it? Not Bruce. I forgot his name. Lavelle Cross. He said, it's an exclusive. Exclusive. Yeah. That's all it is, man.
Yeah.
What up, Sean? He said, what up?
What's up?
Man?
What up?
Hey. That intro solid, man. Hey,
yes,
can't
sir.
give out all our secrets, dog.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely, dude. Absolutely. So yeah. Hey, listen, y'all. Listen. Again, if you're not following us on YouTube, do that right now, man. You know, the season's about to crack off, man. We got shows coming through. We've been all season. We've been doing shows on Bleacher Report, man, every week, man. If you're not following us on Bleacher Report, do that as well. Download the app. Follow me and Jacques. Follow me. All you have to do on Bleacher Report is go to Titans. We are the official Bleacher Report Titans podcast. So literally, when you download Bleacher Report, you pull up Titans, you'll see us. Follow us. We got content. We got content all on Apple. We got content all on Spotify. We got content on Instagram. We're out there, bro. We're not just on YouTube. We're on the internet streets. Follow us today. The season's on. Let's beat these Bears, y'all.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Awesome,
yes, sir.
Man. Awesome.
Yes,
awesome.
Sir. Cool.
I guess hope we can go ahead and get it cracking, my brother. What you thinking,
yes,
man?
Sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, dude. Yes, sir.
Talk to me.
So, folks, the Tennessee Titans this Sunday, they play the Chicago Bears. Aren't you all tired of hearing about the Bears, man? I mean, folks are acting as if the Bears are going to win the Super Bowl. They got Patrick Mahomes Jr. back there. They got the best receivers is John Taylor and Jerry Rice. This team is just going to be it, right? Looking at it as well, too, they were 7-10 last year, right? They were undefeated in the preseason just like we were. I think, you know, I got to see it to believe it. We'll see what's up. So, Jacques, let me throw you a question out there, bro. So I haven't checked the line yet. I do think they have the Bears favorite. I don't know the number. Mm-hmm. We gotta find the number. If anyone knows the number, put that in the chat. So you stated that you think the Titans will beat the Bears.
Mm-hmm.
Give us at least 2 reasons why you think that, bro.
Well, like you said, man, they've been clamoring, talking about the Bears, but of course, not the Titans. And I'm literally okay with that, right? We sit under the radar. We done. We have a whole totally new starting lineup on both sides of the ball, right? And I know, again, new offense, new this, new that. The thing with the Titans is the element of surprise, right? The Bears come in as the favorite. The Bears, quote unquote, have the better roster. The Bears are the new, I guess, hot team out there because of Caleb Williams and all the additions that they've added. The thing is that they don't know anything about the Titans, right? Evidently, we have one of the worst rosters in the league right now, which you can tell nobody pays attention to the Titans because, in my opinion, I don't know how everybody else feels, but we have a hell of a roster, one of the best rosters we've ever had on paper, right? Of course, it has to transfer to the field, but on paper, we have one of the best rosters. So, with that being said, one way you can get them is the element of surprise. They don't have too much film on Will Levis. They don't have too much film on our defense. They don't have too much film on our offense. You don't know what you're going to get with the Titans. In the preseason, yeah, we went undefeated in the preseason, but that was off of cookie cutter play calling, okay? And I just can imagine what the actual playbook will look like once they open it up, the actual playbook, right? Seems like the team has been more confident than usual, right? You hear Snead talking. You hear Diggs talking. You hear certain players are saying certain things that they know, hey, we got something slick up our sleeves. The league just doesn't know. So one reason, something I'm going on a different path is the element of surprise. Somebody tweeted today that they was basically saying, hey, this game feels like a trap game for the Bears, right? That's how confident they are that they think that they're saying that the Bears are going to beat the Titans, okay? That's the confidence level that's in Chicago right now, right? Another way that the Titans can beat the Bears, I'm going to go offense and defense real quick. I'm going to go to the defense first, is if you can get Caleb Williams to play like a rookie, right? He was playing wildly insane in the preseason, looking like Patrick Mahomes. But you remember, he's a rookie. If you can get him rattled early, if you can get pressure on him early, you're good. Bernard Robinson likes to bring pressure, specifically the linebackers, right? We've seen in our preseason the line, he's bringing that linebacker blitz or that safety blitz. One of them two are going down. The thing that we didn't have in the preseason, we didn't have Snead out there and we didn't have Owuze out there. We didn't have those two elements of the DBs, right? You didn't have Diggs out there either. I think Diggs played like 1 or 2 a series, but that's about it, right? So you really get your starting secondary out there to really get their feet wet and say, okay, hey, we're here, right? So we can go a mano. On the offensive side of the ball, we got a slight preview of it in the preseason where the dink and dunk element came into play, right? If we can continue that, don't kill them deep, but dink and dunk like we were able to be efficient and get in the red zone. I don't even know what our red zone percentage was in the preseason, but I guarantee you it was high because we were in the red zone every other play, right? Or every other series. So if we can continue to do that and just play smart, we can catch them. We can literally catch them. And then tell Will Levis, hey, do your thing when it's time to do your thing, right? When it's time to open it up because the dink and dunk is going to be there, but eventually you're going to get tired of it. You're going to sneak up. You're going to get out of your element. You're going to get out of that zone. All of a sudden you're in man, boom, let them have it, right? So that's, to me, 2 ways that we can beat the Bears. What about you, Hawk?
Facts, no paper, Jacques. Those are great points. Hold on, I got to sneeze real quick. Hold on. Excuse me. Oh, it's a towel. My Chicago Bears towel. Y'all see this Bears towel I got, man? Y'all see this right here? It's an old Curtis Conway jersey, man. Excuse me. All right. So I think if anything, man, I think there's several reasons how we can beat the Bears. I like the points that you stated about the unknown, right? And I think that's going to work in our advantage. And I'm speaking on coaching. I'm speaking on this coach right here, Brian Callahan. I have trust in Brian Callahan, bro. I have trust in him, right? Over Matt Eberflus. Who? Matt Eberflus in the last 2 years is only won 10 games, okay? He's more of a defensive coach. And this guy here, you know, he's going to give the offense, you know, he's going to let them do what they do. He's focused on defense. I don't think they're ready to fully understand the changes we've made on this team. They're going to be overhyped. They're going to be pumped up. And at the end of the day, they're just as new, if not more new than we are. Their roster's a complete overhaul, right? Especially at the quarterback position. A lot of times rookies, I don't care who you are, rookies struggle early. Peyton Manning, all-time interception record, rookie season, right? Josh Allen throwing the ball like me out there, rookie season. Andrew Luck had struggles, rookie season. Rookies struggle. And then Bryce Young, even last year, the first round, the first pick of the draft, just like Caleb Williams. I don't think they understand the whole aptitude of playing in an NFL game just quite yet. The season hadn't started and it's about to start full go. I even looked to try to get tickets to go to the Bears game. Nosebleed $250. The Chicago fans are excited, right? They're like, the Bears, the Bears. Okay, cool. But Chicago hasn't played this hype in since like 2008 when they went to the Super Bowl. There hasn't been this much aura about the Bears damn near since 85 even. Are they ready for that pressure? The pressure's on the Bears, not on us. It's on Chicago. It's on Coach Eberflus. It's on Caleb Williams. It's on their defense. It's on Keenan Allen. It's on guys that got there to win. Shout out to Ryan Poles. You know, this guy, you know, when you look at, you know, the talent that's been brought here to the Chicago Bears, it's been huge. But there's a lot of pressure behind that. We're not playing with as much pressure as they are game one. It's in Chicago. Will Matt Eberflus outcoach Callahan? I don't see that. I think, secondly, when I look at the Bears, when you look at their offensive line and even their starting offense, you know who they have at guard, man? They got Nate Davis out there, right? They got the former Bear out there, the former Titan. They have Ryan Bates, who's hurt, down there right, who's a decent right tackle. But Braxton Jones, their left tackle, to me, isn't that good of a left tackle. Guess who their fullback is? Kari Blasingame, the former Titan, right? So I'm looking at, okay, you're not going to run on us, right? DeAndre Swift is so-so. Yeah, he's all right. I don't see them running on us that much in this game. It's going to be on Caleb Williams to throw the football. And if Caleb Williams goes out there looking like this with the black fingernails, our defense should be swarming to the football, making big plays. I think we can control this game. To your point earlier, in the preseason, we did that. I think that could carry over in the regular season. They're going to try to run the ball. It's not going to happen. Our DBs need to be ready. I think that could bode well for us because L'Jarius seeing those guys are going to be like, oh, we got a rookie back here. Let's get some interceptions out here, right? Caleb Williams did his thing in college. Don't get me wrong, but Caleb Williams lost a lot of football games too out there at USC, right? When the pressure was on, there were times Caleb Williams was out there throwing ducks, throwing interceptions. Can he handle the pressure? Can their offense handle the pressure? I don't know. We shall see. But those are the reasons why I think the Titans could beat the Bears, man. Shout out to everybody in the comments as well.
Yes, sir.
What do you all think? Y'all tell us what y'all think as to how we can beat the Bears, man.
Daryl says Nate Davis versus Big Jeff. That's barbecue chicken and T-Sweat. Yeah, think about it. You got T-Sweat out there too.
Just like Big Jeff can be wiping barbecue sauce off his face on the Chicago Bears jersey like that, bro.
Man, come on. You got the D-line. Shout out to Demonde Dice. He says Bears' new OC is Shane Waldron, the Seahawks coach that put up scores of 51, 48, and 37 3 years straight. Waldron has Caleb. So it sounds like he has a decent OC. Let's see how the OC can get it out of him, right?
Yeah, that's right.
What up, Bryce Tubbs? What up with you, brother?
What up, Bryce? What's happening?
So, we're going to go to the next segment of the show. And
yes.
The reasons that you gave, and in our show that we did with Bleacher Report, you have us losing to the Bears.
Facts.
Give us 2 reasons of why you think the Tennessee Titans are going to lose to the Chi-Town Bears.
So, on the flip side of it, we don't know what we're expecting either out of the Bears, right? It's the other side of this too. We don't know Caleb Williams yet. There's no tape on him except for preseason. And, that's just miniature. That's not anything that's like, oh, my gosh, that's exactly how he plays. Let's not get it twisted, ladies and gentlemen. Look at these receivers, man. Look at these receivers. They're arguably the best 3 receivers in the league on the team, man. DJ Moore is a purified wide receiver 1. You got Keenan Allen, the future Hall of Famer, and you got the rookie Rome Odunze out there. These guys are a problem. Okay, we got our first super chat of the season. All right. Jake Yon.
What up, bro?
What up? What's up, man? And as you all know, if you put a super chat out there, man, it's gonna supersede, it's gonna stop whatever we saying. We're gonna give y'all a shout out for sure. So Jake Yon. Boom. Jake Yon in the building early. Appreciate it, Jake Yon, man. So Jacques, we have to be careful for the Bears offense. We do. Though they might not run the ball, they're going to throw the ball. Expect Caleb Williams to throw it at least 40 times this game. Expect one of the receivers to probably get 100 yards somewhere, somehow, whether it be from the slot or something, based on the fact there's going to be volumes of throws. They're hyped in Chicago. They're excited. Even when you're in Chicago, I see more Bear jerseys than I've ever seen. They're hyped. And they're going to try to do everything they can to bring that to, you have a good tight end, Nicole Kmet. So we could lose simply by not matching the points that the Bears could have, okay? Because Caleb Williams is going to throw the football. There's going to be receivers that are going to be available. Some are going to be open at times. We have to be ready. I think another part of this as well, too, when I look at it is, on the other side, let's not get it twisted. The Chicago Bears was a top 10 defense last year, right? They were number 10 in defense. So it's like, well, damn, like we got to get our stuff together, too, because we are a new offense. Will Levis is still unproven. We got receivers. D-Hop is back on the field now. So all three of them receivers are going to be playing for the first time together against a very stout defense. When you look at their starting defense, Jacques, I'm going to pull up their starting defense, man. The Bears, look what they have out here, dude. You got Montez Sweat on the outside. He is a freaking monster. You got TJ Edwards and Tremaine Edwards, the brothers there in the linebacker spot. Of course, you got Jalen Johnson, arguably the best cover corner in the league. You even got old Kevin Byard back there, our former safety that's back there as well, too. So you have some defensive problems out there. Now, you got DeMarcus Walker, the former Titan, is out there, too. So you got a lot of former Titans out there that's going to sort of tell them, like, hey, this is what we like. That's what they like to do. Now, it's a new coach. That's something different. But, they understand the players and their abilities and those things. So they're talking. Kevin Byard is in film like, hey, man, D-Hop likes to run this route. You got to watch how Tajay Spears run this and things like that. So we have to be careful on the other side of what we don't know either. You got the first pick of the draft and Caleb Williams, who could be incredible, and you got a hell of a defense we got to go against in Chicago, man. So what about you, Jacques?
Hey, facts, no paper. And again, I'm going to continue the defensive conversation. When you have a newer offense like we do, and also like they do, new offensive coordinator, you're going to have some mistakes that's going to happen, right? This will be the first time the starting offense sees a nice starting D lineup, if that makes sense. In preseason, they didn't get really cooked like they should have, right? Yep. So they got some work, but they didn't really get that work. And again, you got Sweat out there. You got some dogs out there on their defense. And I think that's the first thing that stood out to me when we were looking at the schedule and we looking at specific teams. And I said, well, Chicago's defense was solid last year. Jalen Johnson, I know he was kind of ticked off that I don't think he was in the top 100. I think he was. I don't think I think he had some type of the beef about that or something. But yeah. I mean, Jalen Johnson is one of the better corners in the league, right?
That's right.
We got a former Byard, a Titan out there, Byard. So again, we don't know. Now, if they really want to study tendencies of Will Levis, we know he likes to throw deep. Can we manipulate that, right? Can we get him off his square to the point where he gets flustered enough? It's the same concept. Like we're going to do Caleb, it's the same concept with Will. Can we get him flustered enough to say, hey, let's get him going. Let's get him being a gunslinger. Let's get him making bad decisions when he needs to. It's the same concept with Caleb, right? And again, another thing is the offensive line. Can the offensive line did we see the real offensive line that's super improved, or was that just a mask? And are we going to experience some type of setback just a little bit? Not saying a lot, but just a little bit, right? With this unit that they have to challenge, because it's going to be a challenge. It's not going to be easy, right? Thanks. You were playing second, third, and fourth stringers in preseason. Now you with the first string now, my guy. So everybody's gonna have to tighten up their shin strap, put their big boy pads on, and really get to working, right? On the defensive side of the ball, where they can get manipulated is the secondary, okay? As I iterated earlier, you got Awuze's out there and you got Snead out there. They didn't play in the preseason. They didn't play one snap in the preseason. So
Facts.
if you understand DB and if you understand that secondary unit comes with communication, you have to communicate. And how the Bears offense can manipulate that communication is they don't have no communication right now from what we know, right? We're just going off pure talent. Pure talent of Snead. He's a shutdown corner. Okay, he still has to communicate. If he going in, if I'm letting my guy go in deep thirds and I got cover 2 and I let him up, but Hooker don't pick him up, easy touchdown, right? Quandre Diggs as well, Jamal Lewis as well, Jamal Adams as well, right? So if you can manipulate that miscommunication that I personally don't think we have just yet, you got us. I feel like the 2 units that got the most work in preseason was the defensive line and the linebackers, right?
Facts.
Those are the 2 units that really got love. The secondary, the 2 couple of people that really was out there was Brownlee and McNair. Those 2 will be okay because they've been playing with each other. We communicate very well, but I don't know how he communicates. So to me, those are 2 ways that we can really, this thing can go away fast, right?
Yep.
That's for me, bro.
Yep. That's right. I feel you, brother. I feel you, Jacques. Facts, no paper, man. Who do we have in the chat, by the way, man? Shout out to everybody in the chat.
We got our boy William Jones. He said, "Hop tripping, man."
Hey, William, I can't say we can win every game. You know what I'm saying? But if we win, I won't be shocked. You know, I won't be like, oh my God, I can't believe we beat the Bears. Like, I get it. You know what I mean? But
Demond Dice, hey, keep bringing these stats and statistics, man. That's a great stat right there.
Yeah.
What up, Rodney?
What up, Rodney G? What up?
What up, Raven said? Hey, appreciate you watching the show again. He been rocking with us for 4 years, bro. We appreciate you, dog. King Isaac, what's going on? Isaac,
we got some of the OGs in the game, bro.
Yes, sir.
Blaze of fire.
What up, brother?
What up?
Hey, appreciate you watching the show, D-Man. We really appreciate that, brother.
We sure do, bro.
Thank you.
We sure do, man.
Yes, sir.
So, Jacques.
Yes, sir.
So, you've seen the preseason. You've seen the Titans roster. You've seen practices. You've done a hell of a job in analyzing the Tennessee Titans. The season's here now, dog. It's here, right? And we got to get it, man. So if there's a player, if the Chicago Bears was watching this or Bear fans who might not know anything about the Titans, name a player that you feel that should have a big game versus the Chicago Bears.
So this is going to sound strange what I'm about to say. I think he's going to have a big game, and I also think it's important for him to have a big game. Our identity is not the run anymore, right? We're not a running team anymore. We're more of a passing team now. But you still have to have that run element in place. I believe Tony Pollard is going to have a big game in this game because people have already counted him out, right? The ex-Cowboy, okay? Mm-hmm. But what he was able to do in preseason, he was sneaky good. And I think if he would have played the entire preseason, we would have seen something off the chain. Not only can he provide you the run game element, but he also can provide you the element of the pass, right? The screen game. So I think if you can manipulate him, which I don't think they'll really be checking for our run game anymore because Derrick Henry is gone, he can have a big game. What about you, Hawk?
Facts, no paper, Jacques. So I'm gonna throw a monkey wrench in this answer. I'm actually gonna say it's not gonna be a player that's gonna be the player of the game. I'm going Coach Callahan, dude. I'm going with this young man right here, bro. I think Callahan right now, people don't know about him yet. He's cool. He's calm. He understands what needs to be done. He says he has butterflies in his stomach because he's so excited, right? And I don't know if y'all heard as far as what Harold Landry was saying about Coach Vrabel. And now, listen, I'm not trying to diss Coach Vrabel because Vrabel had guys that were 1-star, 2-star guys out there making the playoffs. Like he made the Titans better, but as time went on, that style of coaching just didn't work. Harold Landry almost like, dude, you hated Coach Vrabel, didn't you? They love Coach Vrabel. I mean, Coach Callahan. Yeah. Coach Callahan is going to be ready. I think he's going to outcoach Coach Eberflus. I really do. And I think Callahan is going to get an opportunity to show the world to say, hey, man, we're better than what people think. We have players here. We have options. And to your point earlier, Jacques, we're not just a running team. It's not just down, set, hook, run, first, second down, third down, play action, try to throw it to somebody. Hopefully somebody gets open. That's been our offense for the last 10 plus years. That's not us anymore, man. We're a wide open offense. We have players. I think Coach Callahan is going to put all these players in position to do well against the Bears. I actually am going with Coach Callahan in this game as the player of the game. And I mark my words, if we win this game, it's because he outcoached Coach Eberflus for the Bears, man.
Got it. Good stuff, man. Let's
Yes,
see.
sir.
Who do y'all think in the comment section will have a big game? And yes, D-Hop is playing game 1. He did practice today. Mr. Jones said Stonehouse. Let me see.
Calvin Ridley. Yeah, they're going to be ready.
D-Hop sounds like and Bill Brasky. Hey, last time probably he played, he went off. He knows the Bears too. So they were in the same division last year. So
in the NFC.
He knows them very well.
That's right. We did. Exactly. It's a whole culture change. Listen, those in the comment section, even where you work, right? Wherever you all work or wherever you do, when you have someone that's working with you, even a leader, and Jacques and I talked about this earlier. Shout out to Jacques, man. He was just like, man, when you have people that know how to manage people and do a hell of a job, man, they will fight for you. Coach Callahan is that type of guy. The whole culture has changed with the Titans, man. Those guys look like they come ready to play. They practice. I don't hear a lot of complaining. I don't hear a lot of tripping. Yeah, man. Absolutely. There's a whole culture change here, bro.
Exactly. And again, that style of coaching that Vrabel had, it worked 10 years ago. You're dealing with a whole nother breed of people. You're dealing with a whole different time. It's just a different style, man. And you gotta adjust, because if you want to continue that quote unquote style, you're not going to progress in your next level. And we see he hasn't had a head coaching job. He's with the Cleveland Browns right now as like an assistant something. So he's going to have to adjust. But shout out to Callahan. Yeah, so Eric Haggis, he do like, okay. So let's get to the next segment, man, of the show here. As you gave a player of the game for the Titans, man, give us a player of the game for the Bears. Who do you think on the Bears will have a big game against the Titans, man?
It would be easy, and I hope I'm not stealing your answer. If it is that, go for it, right? It would be real easy for me to say this guy, right? It'd be easy for me to say Caleb Williams. But I don't think he will be the key in this game who could be the player of the game. Please watch out for DJ Moore. Please watch out for DJ Moore. DJ Moore is extremely talented. He's going to move all across the field. He's not going to just say line up on the outside. He lines up on the inside. He lines up everywhere. And in the preseason, that's what he did. He did that at the end of the season last year for a really bad offense. DJ Moore excelled. He still did well and was probably the player of the year for their team last year on offense. I can almost guarantee you. We have to watch out. I'm going to show you a picture of him for those that don't know. He wears number 2 on the outside, the former Carolina Panther, the former Maryland Terrapin. DJ Moore is a problem. We have to watch out for him. My hope is L'Jarius Sneed follows him wherever he goes. If he goes to his car to go get a water bottle out of his car, I hope L'Jarius Sneed follows him, right? If he goes, if he leaves to go grab a snack at the concession stand, I hope he goes with him. Wherever he goes, he needs to be like this. Everywhere he goes, and just mirroring him, basically. Sneed's got to stay on him. If he's against anyone else, especially on the slot, DJ Moore is going to be a problem. DJ Moore is one of the most underrated receivers in the league. So if you play fantasy football, Moore is definitely, you might want to draft this guy. We got to watch DJ Moore number 2, man. What about you, Jacques?
Man, I'm going a different route too, man. Like you said, I can say Caleb Williams, but that's too obvious. I'm going Rome Odunze. The unknown of him, right? Him coming out of Washington and the things that he did, man. He's another receiver that we have to watch out for. I know you have Allen and Moore. I think they're going to equate for them. They already kind of know their tendencies. If I'm a corner, I've already studied them. When I look at Rome, I haven't studied him, right? I don't know his tendencies. I can look at his college tape and be like, all right, cool. But if I'm studying him as a corner, I'm like, what is his tendencies? And you change in the NFL. The things you did in college is different from the NFL because they're coaching you out of your bad tendencies, right? So we just don't know. We don't even know who's Caleb Williams' favorite target just yet. It might be DJ. It might be Keenan Allen. It might be wrong. We don't know. We're facing a 3-headed monster that we luckily have the three-headed monster in the secondary to kind of match a mano, right?
Yep.
But that's for me. Watch out for Rome, man. He's if you don't have him on your fantasy team, just watch out for him. He's sneaky good, and I just feel like people are not just equating for him. I know that some of the Titans fans wanted to draft him in the draft last year, so just be careful. Just be careful.
Yep. And for those who don't know who he is, he wears number 15. That's Roma Dunze right there, 15, the superstar receiver out of the University of Washington, first-round pick as well, too, man. Mm-hmm. So, Jacques.
Yes, sir.
So we didn't talk about this guy as a guy who we feel would be the player of the game for the Bears, the Titans. Okay, so this guy here, Caleb Williams. So, ladies and gentlemen, we want you to answer this question as well, man, for this game. Will Caleb Williams be ready? Will he be ready, dude?
He has no choice. Will he be ready? He has no choice. Do I think he's from a maturity standpoint? From what I don't know if you watched the was it Hard Knocks Chicago? I think it was Hard Knocks Chicago, whatever. He's, even though he's silly with some of the antics that he does, he's maturely ready. I believe he is ready for the spotlight. They've put him out there. And again, he has no choice. He has no choice but to be ready or not. I can say no, he's not. But as a coach, if I'm coaching him, you have no choice. Lock in, right? And again, from what I seen, what he did at USC, USC, he did some good things, but he also did some bad things. But he did some things I was like, he has some talent if you put him with the right team and the right coach, right?
Yep.
I'm not sleeping on him. I know there's some Titans fans that are sleeping on him. I'm not sleeping on him at all. Okay.
Yeah.
At all. I can say, he's a rookie. Don't sleep on him. Do not sleep on him, because at the end of the day, he's still in the NFL, something that none of us are in, right?
Yep.
And he's still a quarterback at the end of the day, and they're going to put him in situations for where he can succeed. Remember what Tom Brady said? Tom Brady said, football is not played like it was back in the day, specifically at the quarterback position. You have to kind of dumb it down, right? Play to their strengths. Take the game that we had, and if I can play to his strengths and take out his weaknesses, I got me something. A good game for him is if he throws for 350 yards, maybe a touchdown or two and an interception. That's a hell of a game coming out your rookie start. That's a great start, because you didn't mess it up too bad. Yeah, you threw an interception, you threw a touchdown, and you lost the game. But that's a hell of a start. What do you look like come week 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? So if I'm a Bears fan, I'm not going to judge him right away off the first game. But that second, third, and fourth game, watch him elevate. Or he can de-elevate. Now, I go to C.J. Stroud. I always go back to C.J. Stroud. I owe that young man an apology, because I came out the gate blazing. He was trash. He sucks. Da-da-da-da-da-da. And he shut me up. I can take that on the chin. He shut me up like tenfold. I was like, okay, yeah, you got me, bro. I got you. You got me. You got me. And you in our division. You got me. It's the same concept. He struggled his first 1 or 2 games, and all of a sudden, boom, he came out of nowhere and he took him to the playoffs. So is he ready? He has no choice. I think he's ready, though. What about you, Hawk?
Facts, no paper, Jacques. You got a guy that won the Heisman Trophy just 2 years ago. He won the Maxwell Award 2 years ago as the best quarterback in the country. He won the Walter Camp Award, best offensive player in the country 2 years ago. He was a College Player of the Year 2 years ago. He was an All-American, unanimous All-American, Pac-12 Offensive Player of the Year 2 years ago. First team, All Big 12 or Pac-12 2 years ago. That's a hell of an accomplishment, man. This guy's accomplished, right? He played in front of 100,000 fans in his career at USC and at Oklahoma, right? So the crowd itself, that's true about Pac-12, no defense, right? But he still had to throw the ball, right? He still got to throw the football at the end of the day. And he did that. And I think he'll be ready. I think he's going to be overhyped. I think he's going to actually, I know he can't wait to play. He's a big gamer. Like, he's really good. He does some Patrick Mahomes type of deals as far as, throwing the ball sideways, doing a lot of freakish, flukish stuff that you've never seen. He has that ability. He showed that in the preseason. I think what can rattle Caleb Williams is an interception or two, or him getting hit in the face a little bit. My hope is he runs around and Jeffrey Simmons does him like this, right? You see this Bears jersey? Just does him like this, right? Just does him like this and throws him on the ground, right? If that happens to him, because I saw a lot even in Oklahoma, at times when he gets hit, he starts to back away a little bit, kind of get nervous. Now, I know a lot of quarterbacks like that, but there's a lot of quarterbacks that step up. They're not worried about that. Caleb Williams is a little different when it comes to that. So I think he will be ready, but it's on us. Are we going to create that pressure? Are we going to hit him and get him to a point to take him off that comfort zone? Because it can happen. I'm not that impressed with their offensive line. We can put pressure on Caleb Williams, man, for sure. So, yes, sir.
We got a super chat, man.
We got a super chat.
Tighten the F up, man. Come on.
Oh, all right. Yes, sir. What up? Tighten F up. Hey, let's see where we at. All right. Tighten F up. Do-do-do-do. Oh, Tighten F up. Thank you for the super chat, bro. We appreciate it, man.
Yes, sir. Tighten the F up, man.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sir. Let's see what we got in the chat, man.
I tighten the F. Okay, I see the T. Yeah, I got you.
Tighten the F up, man. Tighten up. Oh, come on.
On our font, for what we see, the font's small, y'all. So we have to apologize sometimes. Maybe like we be squint like, yeah, I gotta put my glasses on, though.
Tell yourself, I can see maybe Pollard running all over Chicago. Yeah, and he's familiar, right, with the division, with Chicago. He played against that particular defense last year. So it's just the familiarity of him being in with the Cowboys. It's like, hey, I've seen this before. We don't know. He's probably feeding them secrets as well. These are their tendencies. This is what they tend to do. Watch out for this. And like you said, the familiarity when it comes to Nate Davis. We know, right? We know him. Jeff gonna get him and T Sweat gonna get him. Rasheed says, yeah, he's ready to get put on his back. Hey, let's hope. Let's hope. Option at every position on the field at the same time, DJ. Hey, keep bringing the facts. Hey, shout out to my boy Coach Austin. What up, bro? He said, I'm not sure if he's ready, but Zane will be ready on Saturday. Blaze up, baby. You heard him. Blaze up. You heard him. Zane will be ready.
Good deal.
Minister John, he says, Caleb Williams cried after the 2 lane. He did.
He was like, he was holding his mom.
He did.
You know what I'm saying? Because he was probably like, man, I should have went pro. I should have went pro this year is what he was saying.
Yep, they're gonna have painting his nails again. And I think the weakest point of their the offense is their offensive line. We got another one, bro. We got another one from Titan. He said, Titan, the F up boys, I'm ready, man. I'm ready. Yes, sir. With the 199 super chat, we appreciate that, man.
Tighten the F up. Do. Boom. Tighten the F up in the building once again. Hey, bro. Hey. We appreciate it, man. We appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right.
Yes, sir.
So, Jacques, we are to our favorite part of the show, dude. Mm-hmm. And I know you all have always been ready for it, man. Our first official for the season. You know, we did in the offseason and things. The season is on now, right? So, Jacques, we're going to have everyone to get an opportunity, man, to sit at the dinner table, man. Cut up the ingredients. Set the table up, man. Get your food ready. Mix it all up, man. And listen. If this is your first time listening to the live chop up, man, this is an opportunity for you to fire off your questions in the chat. We're going to answer as many as we can, man. If you throw a super chat out there, I don't care what question is out there, man, we will put that super chat in front of it all, man. So let's get to it.
Yes, sir. I'm going to throw them questions out there, man. Wait 1 minute. Let's see here. Can't wait to see the full game of new play with starters. I agree.
Facts, Blaze of Fire.
I agree.
It's like Christmas in the Blaze of Fire. It's like, oh my God, Christmas is coming on Sunday. Like, what is going to be under the Christmas tree, man? You know what I mean?
It's going to be different. It's going to be real different, man.
Yeah.
I appreciate it, bro. He said, I love the podcast. You catch a lot. Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, man.
All right, says worst case scenario here, but we need to talk about it. What is our direction next year if we find out that Levis is not the guy? Great question, Bryce, because that's a conversation I think people are afraid to have. And Hawk, I think we've briefly have had this conversation on several shows that we have done, but we haven't really went in detail of this particular conversation. What if Levis is not the guy? First of all, let me ask you, this is a two-parter. How long would you give him grace to, I guess, become that guy? And two, when will you cut him off? When do you think is the cutoff period for him if we haven't seen anything? And Titans Weekly family, y'all can put your answer in the chat for what I just asked. So one, what if he's not the guy? Or when do you determine he's not the guy, right? What is your cutoff period? 1, 2 years? What we got? 3, 4, 5? How patient are you? And two, how fast are you going to pull the trigger on another quarterback or draft or whatnot? Hit me, Hawk.
That's a really, really wide question. And that's a good question.
That's why I did. I did it on
so
purpose.
This is what I'm looking at, because the answer is this is going to be a big answer here. All right. I think if this was a math problem, I think the equal or the equation, the X in the equation would be 2 years to know if he's the quarterback or not. 2 years. But in year one, this coming up year, is it good, bad? Do you see improvement in those things? I think the variable depends on how bad he is. Like if you see we got another Zach Wilson at quarterback, we got another Mac Jones type of quarterback as a quarterback, and you don't see there could be progress after the year, and we suck and we stink, like we finished like 3 wins or something, we're like the number 2 or the number 3 pick in the draft, I wouldn't be mad if we looked at a quarterback based on who's available. It'd be based on who's available. I don't anticipate that happening. I don't. I'm just giving worst case scenario if he sucks and he's like, oh my gosh, we got another Zach Wilson out here. We got another, JP Lossman out there. Like guys that, even Jake Locker, guys that were, and he wasn't even drafted that high like those guys. But it's like, like, okay, this guy has ability, or he can keep moving forward. He can move up. You don't see that because this is not Callahan's guy. He didn't draft this guy. And then if we suck, who's available? Now, there's no quarterbacks available that's good to draft. Say we finish 6th and there's no good quarterback, then you leave it alone. You keep Will Levis. So I say it's a wide answer, but it's based on how bad we are and how bad he plays. If he plays mid-tier and we're maybe a 6 or 7 win football team or more than that, you keep him because there's something you can work with. You know what I mean? So that's how I look at it. All right, we got another super chat.
Yep, I'm gonna get my answer after this super chat. Shout out to the Chief for the $10 super chat. Says Tennessee Titan Weekly in the house. New regime. Let's get it. Tighten up.
Yes, sir. Rashid. Rashid in the building. Hey, Rashid. Yes, hey, bro. We appreciate it, dude. Holla at me, Jacques. What you got, dude?
So I'm gonna stick to what I've said before. I know my answer. I'm giving him 2 years. The reason I'm giving him 2 years is because this first year, new offense, new offensive coordinator, new system, new scheme, new receivers, new offensive line. It's going to take you time to gel, to get up to speed with everything. Next year is the determining factor for me. This is year one. Year two is you have continuity with your receivers. You have continuity with your offensive line. You should know the playbook by now. You should know the system. If you come out next year and we're not a quote-unquote playoff team, and not just a playoff team, but progressing in the playoffs, then we need to have a contingency plan. Now, this year is going to determine that contingency plan, because if it comes down to it, and you've said this, Hawk, if he's progressing each game, each week, he's progressing. I see small things that he's progressing with, decision-making, certain things. He has the tangibles when it comes to physicality. He's a physical quarterback, great arm out. It's this decision-making. I think that's his biggest knock with me, is his decision-making. Why would you throw it over there versus taking your second read? Why are we going with our first read and not taking the check down, right? If I see progression in that, then I know, okay, hey, we can really work with this next year. But if it's inconsistent, like the Titans have been, if we're inconsistent each game, other game he's this, one game he's this, one game, then that's when my contingency plan is going to kick in. And you know what my contingency plan is? You need to start looking at the draft of what quarterbacks can you say exactly. And Rand has a crystal ball. He is the most prepared man that I've ever seen in life, because they have already had this conversation. Listen, follow me, Titans Weekly fans. Follow me, Hawk. He has probably already had this conversation. When you're starting a business or when you're at your job, I don't know, I'm a little different. When I'm at my job, I have my 3, my 6, my 9, and my first year. This is my first year. I'm trying to progress each time. Then once I hit year one, I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do year 3, 4, and 5. If I'm going to stay here, if I'm going to find another job, if I'm trying to get a promotion, what am I trying to do? Rand Carthon thinks like that, and I can tell how he thinks like that because of what he's been able to do in the draft and free agency, right? He's already built out his plan. So him and Callahan probably already have a plan in place in case Levis is not the guy. You said something that was prolific. Facts, no paper. This is not Callahan's quarterback. I don't even think it's Rand's quarterback. They say it's Rand's quarterback, but I really don't think it's Rand's quarterback. It's a whole nother conversation. But that's why I'm putting the 2-year tag on it, because I already think that they have something up their sleeve, man. I just do. So that's me, man. Shout out to, man. Hey, Tighten the F Up is bringing the money tonight, bro. He said,
He sure is.
documentary with the $199. Let's give them cannons, bro.
All right. Tighten the F up. Do. Tighten the F up with the 3rd super chat of the night, man. We appreciate it. Tighten the F up, man. Real talk, bro.
Yes, sir. So, Hawk, did you get a chance to watch the documentary?
Absolutely. I watched it from the start to finish. You?
I did. Now, I'm going to put you in my realm a little bit, man. I don't know if y'all know I do have a movie channel. I haven't done nothing with it for a minute. What would you grade how Netflix covered the documentary? Did they do a good job? Did they give us something new besides what we kind of already knew? What's your thoughts?
I don't think it gave us a lot of anything new, to be honest. I think towards the end, it got to a point of some like, that's interesting, right? Towards the end, everything up from that point, we knew everything. But the advantage you and I have is that we live here. We live in Nashville. Like, you know, ladies and gentlemen, I saw Steve McNair 2 weeks before this even happened at a bar. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Steve McNair was in the city often, like literally. And even in certain areas where these things took place, man, we go by there. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, we saw everything up to the moment of everything as far as in the news and those things. So it wasn't any breaking news, so to speak. I thought if the documentary, if you're watching it as an outsider, you probably didn't know none of this. So it's probably exciting to listen to, like, not so much exciting, but just more like, damn, that's more interesting. Like, damn, that's crazy. Wow. Right. It was captivating, the things that they were saying. Even, you know, the old rivalries we had, like with the Ravens. Again, that's why I hate the Ravens so much. I know a lot of young folks might not quite understand that, but Titan fans who've been Titan fans since we got here understand the hatred for the Ravens. And so those things were brought up. You know, it's still a sad day when July 4th is here, man. The whole city's still sad, bro. It's still like that, bro. After I watched it, man, I got sad again because Steve McNair is my favorite Titan of all time. It's Steve McNair. He's my favorite Titan of all time. And he's the toughest player I've ever seen in sports. Sports. Like, you know what I'm saying? I mean, you got boxers and anything, but I'm talking like football, basketball, baseball, hockey, you know, it's Steve McNair. And so, you know, it was the documentary I would have gave probably a B, a strong B. I thought it could have been longer because there's a lot of other things they could have discussed, but it got better at the end. At the end, there were some things that I didn't think about, like, damn, that's interesting. You know what I mean? So what about you, Jacques?
So from a film perspective, I feel like it was rushed. I do. And when you say you feel like it wasn't long enough, I feel like they rushed it and they kind of hopped in there with it. And it's like, okay, hey, I want to know the format and the formatting and I guess the writing, how they had it formatted was okay because they tell you it's early life and then they go into the timeline and everything like that. What up, G? G with the $1.99 super chat, bro. We appreciate that, man. Shout out
sir.
to my boy.
Yes, sir. G Rivers. Do. G Rivers in the building. Fly, Titans, fly. We appreciate it. Shout out to the Eagle fans in the chat, man. Hey, G Rivers it's always G Rivers, bro. We appreciate it, man. You've been watching our show for years, man. We appreciate it, bro.
Yes, sir. That's my boy, man.
Yes,
so it's one of those things, man, where it was rushed. Now, the thing that I liked was we got to talk to people that we heard about, like the boyfriend. That was one thing that I did not. We always thought the boyfriend did it, but it was like, oh, they actually interviewed the boyfriend. Okay, the ex-boyfriend. Then you have the other guy that sold the gun. I was like, okay, hold on. We didn't know about him. And then the other investigator that came, basically, Metro Nashville didn't even do their investigation properly, right? They didn't really do it. They didn't investigate the right people, if that makes sense. Then his best friend, I didn't know about the money situation, him stealing money from Steve and whatnot. So there was a lot of elements that was kind of rushed over. And I'm like, hold on. These are the things that we needed to discuss in details. We knew about the killing and everything. We know the surface level. But if I'm in filmmaking, I want to look at these particular elements of saying, hey, let's focus on this. Let's focus on this guy. Let's get more out of this guy over here. So I think it should have been more of a part 2. I mean, you can almost do a life of Steve McNair. I think they've done that before, talking about his early days at Alcorn State, the struggles with him and Jeff Fisher. I also like to see a documentary about him and Jeff Fisher, because I think that relationship gets brushed over a lot with how things are. But yeah, that's my opinion on it, man. Again, Netflix could have did a better job, but hey, do your thing, man.
What's up, Toya? What's happening? She said, I feel it was rushed. Yeah, we agreed. It went by fast because there's a whole lot that could have been talked in. For those that are Titan fans, I don't know how young some of you might be. I don't think you all understand Steve McNair coming from an HBCU, being the 3rd pick of the draft. How incredible that was. How they used to play Alcorn State games on ESPN at that time, because Steve McNair was out there throwing 500 yards a game, right? And was a Heisman Trophy candidate from an HBCU. So that lets you know how great Steve McNair was, being drafted 3rd over. I think still that's the highest draft pick in the history of the NFL from an HBCU, or at least over the last 30 years for sure. Out of Alcorn State, that's crazy, right? And it's sad, man, because dude is a legend, man. Steve was that dude, bro.
Yeah,
he was that.
Like
dude,
you
man.
said, yeah. Shout out to TSU, man. Shout out to Alcorn State, but shout out to TSU all day. And that's the thing, man. Like you said, he was a legend here, and if you knew where you were at the time when it happened, you're like, hold on, they just did what, Steven? So
for sure.
So let's see.
Hey,
Bryce Tubbs.
I see you, Toya.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Bryce Tubbs comes up. What would be a good stat line for Levis for y'all to be sure he's the guy? So a good stat line for the season. What would be a good stat line?
Go for it, Josh. Yeah.
Okay. So a good stat line for season, I guess 2 that you would say. At least 3,800 yards. And I would say at least almost, if we're going to be this prolific, quote unquote, pass, I don't think off the rip we're going to be threading touchdowns like that with him, if that makes sense. But I think as the season progresses, I think like the 25 to 30 touchdown range, maybe the ratio of 10 interceptions to maybe 11 or 12 will be a good stat line for him to be like, okay, hey, he's doing his thing. I would like him to throw for 4,000 yards because he haven't had a quarterback here in the Titans, in the exception of the Titans, to throw for 4,000 yards. So we just haven't had that just yet. But that would be a good stat line for me to measure and be like, okay, we got us something. We can say, okay, cool. But again, we'll see, because I'm just looking based off the preseason and what Callahan was able to do for him when it came to play calling, if that makes sense. What about you, Hawk?
Dude, I'm gonna tell you this. Jack Ripper, I really like the numbers that you had posted here. 3,700 yards passing, 2 touchdowns to 1 interception ratio. I think that's actually a pretty good number, actually. So I'm going to carbon copy what you said. I think that would, to me, I'll be like, okay, we got something. But I'm going to add this element. There's an asterisk to this stat. It's called availability. Availability. Will he be available out of 17 games? Will he 15, 16 out of those 17, right? And it's not so much based on him getting sacked. You know, yeah, quarterbacks are going to get sacked. But how much of that is he bringing it to himself? Because we still know that Will Levis is crazy, okay? He plays quarterback like a linebacker, okay? He's not running, sliding. He's trying to run over people. And sometimes I'm like, bro, don't do that. Please stop. Please, right? And sometimes, man, hey, he'll hang in the pocket long, and he'll sit there and take the hits before he throws the football, right? Sometimes he holds on the football for a long period of time and sometimes takes unnecessary hits. So I think more for him is for us to know that he's the guy. Will he be there to be the guy? The only way to get better is that you got to be available. Things get fluky sometimes. Don't get me wrong. Sometimes we get hurt flukish. But I'm just saying for him, don't be Superman when you don't have to. I don't think Callahan's going to ask him to be wild, bro. I think like in the preseason, Callahan's like, look, man, stay composed, please. Be cool. Like, don't be out there doing, yeah! Like, relax, calm down.
Right.
Let's get the offense together. You'll have moments like that. But for right now, we need to keep an even pace, an even keel. We need to play as a team. Because I don't think he trusts Will right now just to be a gunslinger right now. He's got weapons around him. Let's play steady. We're one of the best offenses in the preseason. I think number 1 in the league in offense efficiency. So let's be calm. You know what I mean? For sure.
Right.
Yep.
Right. It is the maturity. Let's see if he can mature, right? because that comes with maturity to say, hey, let me calm down, because that's what he kind of did in college, right? And I know Mr. Jones, he's UT, so he can't be UT no more, right? But again, I get it. And somebody said, Titans South say, he said, hopefully Levis silenced the critics. Man, we need a beast at quarterback. We haven't had that since Steve McNair. And I agree. We haven't had that since McNair. And I think again, Titans fans get frustrated because the actual league doesn't believe in Will. I'm just gonna be straight 100 with it. They don't believe in him. And it's a couple of things, right? We live in SEC country and we kind of see it, right? We understand if you don't beat Vanderbilt, it leaves a stain on you, right? We got UT, we're in UT country too. Like, for you to go out and draft somebody from the University of Kentucky, that's like a slap in the face to Tennesseans, right? I mean, you had Hendon Hooker, you had certain quarterbacks that were already out there. So again, he has to gain a lot of trust, not just from the national media, but UT fans that are of the state, that is like, hey, because again, if you're not from the South, SEC, man, football is almost about as big as the NFL down here. As a matter of fact, it might be bigger. It might be
I think
bigger.
outside of Nashville, yes. At least this is my opinion. At least I know if you have maybe a different opinion. In Nashville, the Titans are bigger than the Vols.
Yes, in Nashville, yes. But if you go to Alabama, Roll Tide. You go
of
to
course,
Georgia,
of course, because they ain't got no pro. Well, Alabama, Mississippi ain't got no pro team. So yeah, it's all college football for sure.
I can compare it to Atlanta. When you go to Georgia, them Bulldogs run a rampant, right?
That's right.
So again, being in the South and UT before the Titans, well, like you said, in Nashville, you got to think about this too, Hawk. In Nashville, it's a bunch of transplants now. So you're going to find Titans fans far in between, but you're going to find fans of other teams too here. Because I see it at the games all the time. I'm like, okay, got an Arizona fan over here. You got a Jags fan over here. You're like, what are y'all doing here? But then, of course, Nashville's a good city, right? So
that's right. I'm going to bring up this question real quick, Jacques. This right here. So William Jones says, I'm 33 going on 34. I remember being at an airport the night they came back from the Colts and shaking Steve's hand. So, Jacques, I shared a story with you when Steve McNair was traded to the Ravens. And on that airplane, I was going. Now, again, I'm not saying that was the official flight of him going to Baltimore and staying there or whatever at that time. But I went to a flight to Baltimore. And Steve McNair was in line, like he was in A2, and I might have been like A30 on Southwest or whatever. But he was right there. We was going to Baltimore and said, dang, that's crazy. And me and my homeboys that was going to DC, we went to Baltimore. We saw him and we all shook his hand, man. I was like, and I'm 6'2". They say Steve McNair is like 6'2", and Steve McNair is 6'3", or my doctors lied to me. And I'm shaking his hand. His hands were huge, huge. And I got big hands. This guy was like, hey, what up? I was like, damn, this man got some big ass hands, man. So yeah, man. So I had the same story I got too, man.
Yeah. G_River says management hasn't invested in the quarterback position since Mariota. How come? Hawk, do you want to go take this question first?
Management hasn't invested in a quarterback since Mariota. How come? Well, we invested in Mariota as the second pick of the draft, right? And that's a hell of an investment, to your point. So when you invest that high on a quarterback, you give him several years, and that's what the Titans did. That was fair, right? 3 or 4 years he had here, and then that's when they made the trade for Ryan Tannehill. Tannehill wasn't a big investment. He wasn't trying to be, right? Because it was just more like, this might be a fill-in before we draft somebody. But then Tannehill steps up and plays some of the best quarterback position we've ever seen here in Tennessee, especially in 2019. People don't understand how good Ryan Tannehill was in 2019, man. He was unfreaking believable. He led the league in quarterback rating that year, right? And he had I don't know how many touchdowns and not a lot of interceptions, right? He played unbelievable and ended up making from a $2 million contract up to making like $28 million. Like he made a hell of a jump. So he was not an investment, but man, if you invested in that Tannehill stock at that time, it shot up. So since then, we drafted Will Levis. So since Mariota, we hadn't had many quarterbacks. We've only had 2. So we got an investment. We did draft Malik Willis. That was a 3rd round pick. And we drafted Will Levis in the 2nd round. So that's what we're saying earlier. You give Will Levis an opportunity. If it don't work out in the 1st round, you better draft you a quarterback. I've always said, if you're going to draft a quarterback in my book, it needs to be a 1st round pick. I don't believe in drafting anything later than the 1st round pick.
Facts, no paper. Facts, no paper. I mean, you spitting. I mean, that's the same thing with me. If you're going to draft, if you're going to go big, go big. Do it big, right? And I think I will add to this. It goes to your management. Like you just said it, G. Your management hasn't invested. Think about them. The Titans management has been rocky for the past 10 years, right?
Facts.
We've had several GMs. We have a controlling owner. Amy's not the full owner. She's a controlling owner, right?
Facts.
So once her dad passed away, she's like, well, okay, I'm not going to fully own the team. I'm going to get help. So she had to, I guess, get in there and learn for a few years. And now we have Rand Carthon, Callahan, that leadership and that management group. I feel that this is one of the best management groups we've had since probably the exception of the Titans, right? And when we were able to bring in certain elements. So I think with this newer management group, they're looking at all elements. They're like, okay, the quarterback position is one of the most important positions, if not the important position in football, period, right? So we have to look at the investment. What's went wrong? Quarterback position. We know your Eagles, y'all got hurts. We know that, right? Y'all eventually, if he doesn't pan out, y'all have to do the same thing. Y'all have been able to do it on a successful trail more than us. So I believe now with the management that we do have, we'll eventually correct our wrong, if that makes sense.
Right. Shout out to my boy Debo in the building. What's up, Debo? What's up, bro? What's happening? Yeah, huge. You're right. What's happening, Debo? What's good with you, bro?
Let me see. Rodney said that's how it is in Memphis. And 1 in a million. There's a lot of Dallas fans in Memphis. That is like Dallas Central. My cousin, shout out to my cousin, man. He's a Dallas Cowboys fan to the core. So I don't know how that. Well, I know how that happened. Go ahead.
I'll tell you this, y'all. The family I have from Memphis, I have family in Memphis. They're Titan fans. They're Titan fans. But the city itself is Cowboys Steelers. Because understand this, y'all. We didn't have the Titans until 1990. Well, Memphis might not. Some of them might not like because they left Memphis, right? Like the Calipari situation. Like, man, with Memphis is like, hey, look, man, you leave. Hey, we ain't messing with you no more, right? But then growing up, there was no Titans growing up. I mean, for a lot of people. So they always show Steeler games and Cowboy games. So that's what you get used to. In Chicago Bear games, they played a lot of Bears games too.
Right. Shout out to Classic Ride Society, man. One of the OGs of the OG of the OG. He was one of our first subscribers, man. Shout out to you, Classic. Man. Like he was our first subscriber. He was our first one, man. So we always indebted to you, bro. We really appreciate you, man. So
we really do, dude. Y'all check out his YouTube channel, man. Shout out to Classic Rock Society.
What up, Coach? So Coach also says, Austin Bird says, thoughts on our backfield. Will it be true 50-50 with Tajay and Pollard, or do you think one takes the wheel as the season goes on? Great question. What you think, Hawk?
I think early 60-40 Pollard Spears as the season goes along, 60-40 Tajay Spears. I think it's going to flip. What about you, Jacques?
I almost think they'll kind of go with the hot hand. I agree with that. I do agree with like the 60-40 split. I think Pollard will get the beginning. He'll get the majority of the carries. But I think we know Pollard's injury history, right? We do. We really do. And I think you have Chestnut for insurance. But I think that same split, I think eventually Tajay is going to show what he did last year. He's going to hop in there and do his thing, man.
That's right, dude.
So great question, man. Let me see. And shout out to G. Shout out to Coach Austin, bro. We appreciate you. Preseason is vanilla.
Sir. Love the questions, y'all.
Yes, preseason is vanilla, and we still blitzing. I don't think anyone has seen anything. Correct. Jack Ripper, I 100% agree with that. Preseason is just cookie cutter and vanilla as possible. That book that they have, I think it's about to get dead. That's why I say, Titans fans, it's okay to be an underdog. It's okay to be behind the 8 ball. It's okay to be sitting in the bushes just chilling because we want to see what this team does first. We've been talking, chapping all season. We got it on paper, but we have to see. My biggest thing I want to see is consistency. That's we've been the most consistent team ever. And my thing is, can Callahan and the management get us to a consistent level of play? So,
facts, no paper.
Mr. Johnson says, how are the Packers set up where the city owns the team or a part of it? That's a great question.
Yeah, it is. The Packers are the only team in the league that's like the city actually owns the team. If you think about it, Green Bay's the city's not big enough to, so that's what had to happen. And Green Bay's been around forever. So they've just been able to just hold for it, man, for real.
Hawk, this is a great question from Mr. Jones, man. What do you think Henry would do and be more? I know we got some Ravens fans in here. What y'all thinking? What you think, Hawk, 1,500 or 2?
I don't think 2,000 at all. He ain't getting no 2,000. I doubt that. I think 15 max. Max. I don't think men. I'm thinking max. I think what Derrick Henry will do I think he's going to score a lot of touchdowns. You know,
Mhm.
I think he'll have a few 100-yard rushing games, but you know, with Lamar Jackson and damn near 2 running backs in the backfield, that's going to cause problems. Now, again, I have to look over their offensive line and look, you know, kind of look at just how they did even in the preseason. But I think I see Derrick Henry doing well. I'm not going to say great, but I think he'll do well. Will they win a Super Bowl? No, but I do think he will. You know, I think he'll get at least 15 max. But he might score 14 touchdowns.
Right. All right. So real quick, and then we'll get to the next what you call. Titans South says, do you think we're looking at a slow start like 2019? We started 1-4 and then somehow got into the playoffs. Yes, you do run the risk of starting 1-4. You do. Will it happen? I don't think so. But we played the first games that we played. They're tough. These defenses are tough. These teams are tough. I had to go back and relook at the schedule. I was like, I misjudged these teams. I'm just looking. I was like, I don't know. What about you, Hawk?
No, I don't somehow get into the playoffs. It's possible. There was somebody on ESPN. There was somebody on ESPN today that think the Titans will make the wild card in the playoffs. Because you look at our schedule, our schedule's not that tough, man. We got a few tough teams. Most of them, we spoke on the schedule. I'm like, man, a lot of these teams are rebuilding teams. Like 6 or 7 of them are not good football teams. So this could be possible. I don't see we have a 2019 run, but I could see us starting off slow and picking it up. Jacques had us finishing 10-7. I had us finishing 9-8. Those are playoff records. They're in between. There's been teams that have been 11-6 in the past, or 11-5 with 16 games that didn't make the playoff. The Patriots, one team in the history or whatever. But you know, we'll see.
Right. So Rodney said he want to change the subject real quick. He said, Hawk, when are you getting back to the beats? Because I'm setting up my studio. So real quick, Rodney, before you answer, Hawk, Hawk is still making the beats. Hawk does a lot of stuff in the background. Hawk, I don't want to tell your business. But Hawk does a lot of. You said what?
Yes, good. It's all good. Keep going. You good?
Okay. So I actually used one of Hawk's beats for my intro for my other YouTube channel. Hawk is also a hell of a writer too. So if y'all don't know, I'm being dead serious. Hawk has been experimenting with certain things that it can take him if he wanted to. So he didn't stop the beats. He just elevated his game. Just elevated his game.
That's right. So Rodney G, yes, I'm still making beats like crazy, man. It's all on Apple, on YouTube. I have hundreds of beats that did a beat album about 2 months ago. So yeah, Cold Low #beats. Plenty of beats. When I'm chilling, I'm bored, I'm getting old records, I'm chopping them up, man. I got a whole studio set up. Hey man, yes sir. Check them out. Check any beat that you want, man. Check them out, bro. I appreciate the shout out, Rodney.
Go subscribe to his channel. He has another channel too. Go subscribe to it. Y'all have to.
Yes, sir.
He been
Cold
cooking
Low #beats. Yes, sir.
He sent me some stuff that I was like, all right, bro. I hear you, bro.
Yes, sir.
I hear you. Right, Son's coming with another question. He says, do y'all think if the coach added the players we did in our offseason that the national media would be going crazy? Been seeing this on Twitter. Yes, they would. Yes.
He's asking, do you think the coach added?
Yes. They would still get the same national attention. They would be probably on the next ship to the Super Bowl. Yes.
Yeah. Jacques, hey, there's certain points I be seeing, bro. I always notice that about you with them Colts. You be like, Hawk, they be like the Colts is this and that. They ain't even like the Jags. You be like, Hawk, man, I don't want to hear that about the Jags and the Colts, dog.
You know how I feel about them, bro.
They always be trying to have them up here somewhere.
Yeah, like I don't understand it. Like even if like the Jags now, you sent me something where they have the Jags finishing, what was it, like 15th or something crazy, and I'm like, again, I'm not a believer in Trevor Lawrence. I'm just not. I do not believe in that dude. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. He just no. I'm sorry. Nope.
Yeah.
I refuse. So you're right, Hawk. Yeah, I'm the biggest hater. Yes, sir.
As soon as if I say anything about the Jags, Jacques be like, man, I don't want to hear that crap, man. Don't let me send a video of Trevor Lawrence throwing a touchdown or something, dog.
Man, don't do that to me because I'm gonna snap.
Oh
Look,
man.
let me say, I give we football heads. So I
Yes,
remember
sir.
when the Jags, when their exception in '95, when they brought in Mark Brunell, they had Taylor, they had a hell of a team. They had Henderson from Pearl Cone. Man, they were cold. I gotta give them that credit. But this team they got, nah, they can go ahead and
Yeah.
go ahead and get that up out of here, man. So OC615 says James Williams is going to be an unsuspected star for the Tennessee Titans. So real quick before you get cracking, Hulk, I don't know if we do have some new people that's watching the show. So we do our draft show every year, okay? And the OG Titans fans can tell y'all, Hawk has hit on one, I've hit on one. You've hit on one, I've hit on one. This year, Hawk hit with James Williams. That was the exact pick. I think maybe the exact position.
Very close. Only one
okay.
round away. I was very close.
Well, okay. He hit on that. Right? Last year, my hit was Tajay Spears.
Yep.
What you think, Hawk? Do you think he will be the unsuspected star for the Tennessee Titans this year?
I think we have two, bro. Jalen Harrell, and to your point, Jacques, for those that have not watched our show, we also said about Jalen Harrell when the draft was over, we was like, that's an A+, bro. That's an A+. Before we even saw him playing on the field, we saw the film. That's how I felt about James Williams coming out of college, bro. I was like, Jacques, dude, have you seen his tape? Oh, my God, right? He's out there. He looks like Cam Chancellor out there playing. He was playing safety in Miami. I actually think he has an unbelievable opportunity to be a star linebacker here. I think he has that ability, right? You do have Murray. Now you have Jones, you know what I'm saying, right now. But I do think that he will find his spot. And when he is set and ready to go, he's going to blast off. So, yes, he's an unsuspected star. Yes, he made the team as a 7th-round pick, y'all. Y'all understand how hard that is? Same with Jalen Harrell. All of our rookies made the team. Shout out to Rand Carthon. Every rookie made this roster. So, yes, James Williams can do something. Great question.
I think he's an insurance policy, too, because, again, if you pay attention to how Rand is drafted, you pay attention to what he's done, James is almost like the next man up in case Murray doesn't pan the span out.
That's right.
Ernest is going to be here. Ernest is a beast, too.
Yeah.
But you and Jack Gibbons, if you tripping, James gonna get up in there. Because in preseason he was balling. I mean, his point of attack when he hits the hole, when he's going downfield to tackle, it's scary, dude. He brings the boom. He brings the boom. And you said this in space. You know, when you play a linebacker, you have that short room of space to kind of shoot off and go, right? When you're playing safety, I got the full range of the field to kind of knock your head off if I wanted to. So, bro, yes. And Harold Landry better get his contract together. Let me say that. Because what I've seen from Jalen Harrell, that young man is, if he has to get reps. I don't know how you do it. You're going to rotate him. I know you are, but he has to be on the field.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep.
Austin back with another question. He said, you guys think the Titans are the most complete team in the AFC South? Seems like the AFC South is real offense heavy. What do you think, Hawk?
Nope, we're not. Nope. It's the Houston Texans, man. It's the Texans. Okay, so if we ask the question, best quarterback in the division, I'm going CJ Stroud. Mm-hmm. I look at, receivers, give or take. Houston's might have the best group of receivers in the division, us or them. It's close.
Yeah. Young receivers.
Yep. I look at young receivers, right? That's huge. Young receivers. You got Stingley, the corner, the best corner in the division. You got Will Anderson. Well, LeJarry Sneed.
I can argue Sneed. Yeah, I was about to say that.
I'll give Sneed. But young corners is Stingley, right? Young, right? You look at Will Anderson, the young defensive end. They got talent all everywhere, bro. The Texans have even the running back from the Bengals, Joe Mixon. Like, they have talent. They got a good front. As we got Laramie Tunsil out there, one of the better offensive tackles in the league. So I think it's the Texans. Jacques, what do you think?
I have to agree. Specifically, I'm going to add to this youth. The Texans have youth. As you iterated, we are building still, but, Calvin Ridley is in his 30s. D-Hop's in his 30s. Tyler Boyd, I think he's knocking on 30, right? Yep. The Sneed is 27, 28, 8-ish, I think. You got Awuzie, who's kind of older. So the best young team in the division is the Texans. You look at us on paper, we're competing with the Texans. But again, I still think it's going to take the Titans to add another piece or two to be more complete. And like you said, the best quarterback in the division is C.J. Stroud. Unfortunately, it is C.J. Stroud. I got to apologize because I didn't get that young man his flowers last year. I'm going to keep saying it. But yeah, I just don't. Right now, I think the Titans are still building. Do I think they're more complete than the Colts? Hell yeah. The Jags, in my opinion, yes, I do. But we're trending up. I'm just gonna say that. I think the whole AFC South is trending up, actually. And if Levis can take that next step, yeah, it's about time. We've been trashed for the longest, dog.
Yep.
Like the longest. Great question, Coach. Jack Ripper, he says Nick Wright has the Bears going to the Super Bowl.
What?
Nick Wright is a fool. I expect Caleb to look like he is.
Chicago Bears jersey.
He does a lot of clickbaity stuff. So I again, because I think Nick Wright a Chiefs fan. I think he's a Chiefs fan too. I don't take him serious, man. I can't take him serious.
Bears going to the Super Bowl? Wow.
Nah, they ain't going to Super Bowl.
I mean, Caleb Williams would have the best rookie season in NFL history, bro.
He has to. And I agree, Coach. I agree. On paper, that's what I'm saying. On paper, they look good. But it has to transfer. It has to transfer to the field. And again, we're gonna see.
Yeah.
And Jack Ripper says, blows my mind they don't like Levis, but love AR-15.
I'm gonna say this on this. That question was true, or statement was true, probably 3 weeks ago. Right. If you all see the quarterback ratings now, Will Levis has moved up, AR has moved down, even under Will Levis. They saw some preseason games like, damn, AR looks like a running back out there, a 6'5" running back out there. I don't think they're as high on AR as we think. Now, when it comes to fantasy football, yes, they're high on AR because he's going to run for touchdowns. But as a quarterback, I don't see it.
Can AR stay healthy? That's another thing, too, even with him. Can he stay healthy? Because, again, I was not sold on him when he came out of Florida. I mean, and I know, Coach, it's your team. That's my guy Austin's team, man. But I wasn't sold on him when he came out of Florida. He's just a big arm. I think the problem with football now is specifically with the quarterback position. We have went away from the X's and O's and we've looked at the prototype of your physical appearance, right? Thanks. How big, strong, how big your arm is, how far you can throw the football, instead of looking at the actual thought process of how to play quarterback, the leadership from a quarterback's position. We don't look at it that like, no. So I'm telling you, some of these quarterbacks going to get these GMs fired. That's just all I'm going to say. They're going to get them fired, dude, because AR get the tripping, man. And Ballard, he's on the hot seat, man.
Facts, no paper, Jacques.
Let me see.
Yeah, hit that like button, as Jack Ripper said, man. Hit the like button, man. That. Yes, sir.
That gets us in the algorithm. We appreciate y'all. They act like he's exactly. And again, it's something about the Colts. I just don't see it. I just don't. They got nice pieces here and there. They do. But I just don't see it. They have not been where they needed to be in a while. It's just
that's right. And I have always had us splitting with the Colts in the regular season. I've probably said that 6 years in a row. I don't see that this year.
I agree.
Right? I have us beating them both. I do not think the Colts. I think the Colts are probably the third or fourth worst team in the NFL. That's how bad I think the Colts are.
I agree. And there's a hell of a comment here because he's right. AR should have stayed in school, I think, another year or two to develop a lot more. Because I know Coach Austin he's a Florida fan to the core, man. So he's seen him play. So I agree with that. I think he should have stayed in college. But I know you got to get your money. NIL deals are a real thing. So I think he should have just matured and learned the game. If he would have matured and learned the game more, he would have been scary. Yeah. He would have been a problem, dog.
And I think more than anything, though I know Austin is a big Florida fan, I think Florida did him a disservice in his development. He might have needed to transfer to, I don't know, a Washington, or maybe transfer to a Pac-12 school, right? To where you have to pass, you learn to pass, right? In the SEC, it's a culmination of running and passing. Go somewhere where you can pass the ball and get acclimated in those things or whatever. You know what I mean? So, yeah, he ran a whole lot. He ran a lot in Florida.
Right.
And Florida didn't win a lot of football games with AR.
Exactly. Again, they fell in love with the physical. I think that's what Will Levis too. is these highlight tapes that they put on there, because his highlight tape when he was throwing the ball real hard and his big arm, I think it pushed him up, but they pushed the expectations up. And sometimes the league looks at you, okay, yeah, you can throw the ball, but when I'm looking at tape, your decision making is not this. When I'm looking at this is not this. And I think that's why they wasn't so high on him. And I believe, again, when I look at the pick itself, I don't think it was fully Rand Carthon, but I don't think it was Mike Vrabel either, because I know they had a plan to try to move up to get CJ Stroud. I think it might have been Amy who kind of said, she pulled the OG call and said, hey, that's my guy, I want him. And now they're trying to work with him, right? Shout out to my pops on that. But my thing is, when I'm listening to it, I'm like, okay, sometimes these highlight tapes are doing y'all a disservice, man. They're doing them a disservice. Hendon Hooker, I seen him playing with the Lions. The thing is with him, the lucky part that he gets to sit. He gets to sit and learn, right? Mm-hmm. Castle ain't going nowhere anytime soon. So when it's time for Hendon to go, you said what?
Jared Goff, you mean?
Yeah, Jared Goff. My bad. Why I keep saying back up? Jared Goff, yes. When Jared Goff eventually goes, you good. Because what I see from Hendon, he's solid. He's solid.
The advantage that AR-15 had in this draft, there's one reason why he got drafted so high. I think he's different than a lot of quarterbacks, even on tape. I personally think his Florida tape was just so amazing. It's what he did in the combine. He had the best combine overall in the history of the NFL, right? His 6'5", 250, runs a 4.4, had like a 42-inch vertical, did like 17 to 18 reps on 225. Like, his numbers was like, dude, he's a robot. All we need is to draft this guy and we can develop this guy, right? That's what helped AR-15. Not so, if he was my size at quarterback, he'd probably be like a 4th-round pick. You know what I mean? Based on what he did in Florida, man. You know what I mean?
Right. Exactly.
Yep.
What up, Mike? What up, Joshua? What up?
What up, Joshua? What's happening? Tighten up, Joshua. Tighten up.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
And just real quick, Jacques, for those that just tuned in to the live chop up again, man, listen, we appreciate y'all tuning in to us, man. Hey, we're on the internet streets, man, as we mentioned earlier, man. We're on Bleacher Report. Check us out. If you go to Titans, you download the app. You go to the Titans app there. We are the official Bleacher Report podcast. We're on Apple. We're on Spotify. Follow us here on YouTube, man.
I know Keisha says she's got the app, but she doesn't know how to cut her notifications on to get the actual notification that we're live. Do you know how to? Can you explain to people how to do that, Hawk?
So once you do subscribe to us, there is a notification bell that's on. Like, say, if you click on the video, you click on our YouTube page. There is a bell, and when you click on that bell will give you that notification. It'll be like turn on device You have to turn your device notifications on your phone. But when you do that, when the show does come on, then it's going to notify you.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Titans said
We've heard that a lot, haven't we, Jacques?
Yeah, we have. And Bleacher Report just moved to a new platform, so it could be something that's interacting with that. So hopefully, if it's a bug in it, they fix it. But let us know if y'all not getting the notifications. We can definitely talk to Bleacher Report. Titan said, didn't Will stay an extra year in college? He was at Penn State. Then I think he transferred to Kentucky.
Mm-hmm.
He did 2 years at Kentucky. Yeah,
he did.
Yeah.
Because many people thought he should have went pro the year before. Because there was people saying, because he had a hell of a junior year. His junior year, Will Levis, they had arguments of him being the number 1 pick in the draft. And then he got back that last year and he had an okay season, but wasn't great. Mm-hmm. He had some bad losses. He had a lot of interceptions.
Right.
Yep.
Mr. John says, Lamar Jackson, Derrick Henry, read option. How do you stop it? What would be your game plan to stop that style of offense?
Do like we did when we played them in the playoffs, right? Just stack the box. Lamar, throw it, bro. We know you're going to throw it to Mark Andrews. Just cover Mark Andrews. Stack the box. You beat the Ravens. If you all are new to our show, if you all were to go back, look at our pregame show that we had against the Ravens in the playoff game, Jock and I, I got to tell this story real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
Jock and I went to a New Year's event at the Titans Stadium that year, right? And Jock and I think we was in a car, so I think I rolled with you to go up there. Yep. And you and I were just looking on our phones, looking at several game tape of the Ravens. I'm like, dude. He was like, dude. We said at the same time, hey, bro, we're gonna beat the Ravens. We didn't say we could, maybe. We said we're gonna beat the Ravens. We're gonna beat. I said, dog. I've never been so sure of any game that I've predicted in my life but this game right here. I said, look what they're doing. They're doing the same play every freaking play. Play action, throw it to Mark Andrews. That's all they were doing on offense. He had no trust in his receivers, nor did they have trust in Lamar Jackson to throwing the football. They didn't have it with him. So I would do the same thing this year. You know what I mean? Hey, stack the box. Good luck.
Yep.
You gonna try to throw it? Okay, I'm gonna put. Look, even though we don't play the Ravens, put your best corner on Mark Andrews, man. You shut them down.
Exactly. Now, and like you said, Hawk, I never forget that. And then when we did our show, I think it was the next day or the day after.
Yep.
That was one of our largest viewed shows, and that was one of our shows that we got cussed out the most by Ravens fans. But they were giving us that work that whole week. We were all types of names under the sun. Y'all don't know what you're talking about. Did we do a show with Engraving? No, I don't think we did a show with
Engraving. We didn't do that. No. Shout out to Engraving Videos, by the way, man. Shout out to Engraving Vids.
Yeah. If you're an OG Titans fan, do y'all remember when we did that show? We made that prediction. Put a one in the comments, because that rings a bell, because you're right. Stack the box. You'll get Derek. You'll get Lamar. They're not the young Lamar and young Derrick Henry anymore. So I believe if you do that, you got them, bro. You got them. You want Lamar Jackson to beat you with his arm. That's how you get him. Not his legs. He's not gonna run as much as he used to. Beat me with your arm, bro. And what I'm hearing, if Ravens is the Ravens, 7-6 Ravens, you still in here? I've heard that y'all offensive line is not the best right now. Correct me if I'm wrong. Engraving, shout out to you if you're watching the show. I've heard something like that. I've heard some Mr. Jones, remember? I'm telling you, like,
Raven fans gave us smoke. Man,
Dave.
On our Twitter, on our DMs, like, damn, we sorry.
Matter of fact, it got to the point where I had to stop watching. I was like, let me just shut up and let me do that. Let's see what they do. And then when we beat them, we came back and acted a fool. We acted a fool. We did. We deservedly so, right?
That's right. And I'm gonna tell you on the flip side, though, Jacques, when they beat us in the playoffs, we heard it. Oh my God. Yes, them same fans came back on our show. Ooh,
They gave us that smoke.
They gave us that. And now, hey, what can we say? We're not sore losers. I was like, hey, talk your trash. We got you.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hey, no facts, no paper. He said they're going to come up and hit him. Yep, exactly. And they're not scared of him anymore. That is facts, no paper. The teams are not fearful. These kids that are coming out of college now, look at T. Sweat and look at J.C. Latham. Imagine T. Sweat tackling Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry gonna be like, damn, you big as hell.
Yeah, no, right.
What y'all feeding these kids, right? Yeah, Jack the Ripper.
Yeah, they were dancing on our logo. We did the same to them too, but yeah, they were dancing on our logo, bro. They were dancing. They couldn't wait. Them jokers like, oh yeah, we about to do this, man. They couldn't wait. Yep. That's why I love that rivalry, man. I love their rivalry.
Yep.
I do.
It cools down, and then it'll pick back up maybe in the next year or two when we get back to cracking again and doing what we're doing. Now I know, again, if are any Titans fans going to any away games this year? I know, Hawk, you going to LA this year, right?
Yep, I'm gonna be in LA, West Coasting it, bro. Yep, I'm gonna be jamming some pop. I'm gonna be jamming some Dre's, some Nipsey Hussle. Like I'm gonna be jamming some West Coast, hoping the Titans will win the game, man. Shout out to my family that's in LA, by the way, from LA, Compton, Long Beach, man. I got family all out there, bro.
Last year, shout out to all the Titans fans that went to the Saints game last year. We seen a lot of people. We seen Keisha. Shout out to Keisha. We seen a couple of people, man. So Rodney says he'll be in Detroit.
Okay, good deal. All right.
She said they tailgating on November the 3rd. I'm going to the Titans.
Okay.
He going to the Chargers game.
All right, going to the 30 minutes away from him. Oh, he's in LA. Okay, Titans South.
Shout out
I've seen the stadium. I've seen the Charger Stadium when I go visit my family in LA. It's nice, dude.
Yeah. Kendrick said he's going to Miami. All right.
Okay. I was at the Miami Dolphins game last year, Kendrick.
Yep.
That's cool, dude.
Miami. Yeah. So we travel. I will say the Titans fans travel very, very well. We travel very well.
They do.
Make it to the game this year. Any home games? Let me see. Jack Rip says, I'm local. I would like to make it to the game this year. Any home games? Yeah, I'm a season ticket holder. I'll be there maybe every other game, a more off game, doing them sweets. Hey, I told you. Hey, G, if I don't go, my brother, you can have it. You can have it. You can. Oh, another question to the Weekly family. Has anybody signed up to be a part of the new stadium? Is anybody buying any seats?
Yep, that's right. That's right.
Yeah, Kiernick, we do need to go to the Houston game. That's one
I
game
know,
we do
dude.
need to go. It's right down the street. Well, not literally right down the street, but it's a hop and a flight away, bro. We might need to look into that and probably check out one
I
of
will
those games.
absolutely be there one year for sure, man. Houston,
Yeah,
I haven't been to the city of Houston in a while. I used to go a lot. I love the city of Houston, by the way, but have not been to a Titans-Texans game. I really want to go at some point.
Exactly. Daryl says, yes, I'm buying and
Daryl said,
securing my spot.
Okay,
Hey,
all right.
I've already done that myself. Yeah, it's the new stadium, man. When y'all get a chance, if you're going to actually see the experience, the new stadium is nice, man. It is nice. They gave us a little tour of they got a model of the stadium itself, and everything is different. Everything's closer. They have the club level, which I'm currently part of, at the bottom now. It's uniquely set up, but the perks that come with it is amazing. So a stadium, man, is gonna be nice, dude.
Yeah, it will be. It's amazing, dude, the things that they're doing. The whole area they're transforming. Like right now, where the stadium, is now in the parking lot is completely destroyed, right? They're and yes, the mosh pit, Jack Ripper. Yes, they're gonna have a mosh pit there at the stadium. And they're going to have shopping centers. It's almost like its own city within the city. It's going to be crazy, dude.
Yep.
I just don't know how traffic's going to be, man.
I think they're going to have like little events. And what was told to me is they're going to have little events in the stadium that you can kind of just come in and do what you do. And if you haven't been to the Nashville airport, shout out to the Nashville airport. It's growing as well.
It is, bro.
We have like a little pass that you can go in. You ain't got to fly. You ain't got to do none of that. Just go in there and shop and do all that thing. Shout out to the Titans. They got their own section in there. Hawk, I think you've seen it as well.
Yep.
So the city of Nashville is growing. If you haven't been in a while, definitely check it out. Traffic's crazy. Traffic, I think that's what sucks. But yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, it did, Kadero. You're right. Why is our stadium cost more than the new Bills and Jags stadium?
Well, it's a bigger destination. It's a better destination for tourists, right? And they're saying that they eventually will have March Madness there. They're gonna eventually have not March Madness. They're gonna have the college football playoff games there. They're gonna have the Super Bowl there at some point. There's a lot of different things that they're gonna bring to the stadium. You know what I mean? So Nashville is very centrally located.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's a top 5 probably in the country as far as tourism. Mm-hmm. Every weekend is crazy here in Nashville.
It
is
for real.
It ain't like other cities. I'd be like, man, I'll be out of town. Like, man, it ain't as wild as Nashville, bro. Yeah,
Nashville, man. We've seen the inception of the growth of Nashville. If you're born and raised, it went from this to now this, and it's almost sometimes I feel like a tourist or a tourist in my own city. I'm like, hey, I didn't know we had this. I didn't know we had that.
That's right.
So
and my boy Debo, he knows all about it, man. Hey, he's in the city as well. He know, man. He sees it every day, every single day, man, of how things. And again, 5th and Broadway is extending. I didn't know that, Debo. I didn't know that 5th and Broad extending. So
which it makes sense.
Wow.
I mean, if you've been on 5th and Broad, it's nice. Yeah,
and 5th and Broad is dope.
It's nice, dog.
It's nice. You can take your lady out, whatever. Or if you're a lady here that's watching the show, you and your fella, whatever. Or, it's places to go with your homies. Like, it's cool, man. It's cool. It's cool.
Yeah. So
yeah.
We'll take maybe 1 or 2 more questions and we're gonna get up out of here, man. So
yes, sir. Yeah,
and by the way, they got Will Levis in the quarterback rankings. He's ranked number 22. I just got that.
He's moved up. He's moved up.
Yep. Number 22. So
they see the preseason, like, oh, okay. So I will tell you this, y'all. I thought about this today. I haven't done it yet. I haven't. I haven't. Have I made bets like on different platforms like DraftKings? Yes, it's been a while, but they have the Titans finishing at 6.5 wins. Mm-hmm. I think a bet man should put some money on that, bro. What do y'all think? Do you all think the Titans will win it? Will go over 6.5 wins this season? I think right now, looking at the team, you might want to put a little money on that one, dude. I don't see us finishing under 6.5 wins, bro.
Ask me about week 2 or 3, and I can tell you. They give me about week 2 or 3. I'll let you know.
They'll change the line then, though.
I know.
The time would be now.
You remember what I said about the preseason? Let me see about the preseason. When I seen enough in the preseason. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
William Jones, he said, hopefully the new dome will have that super dome atmosphere. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if y'all have ever been to the Superdome in New Orleans, but that is one of the loudest venues I've ever been to in life.
Ever.
That atmosphere, and I know Keisha was there. Williams, did you go to that game last year?
We had
Game
several, man,
bro,
that we saw down there.
Bruh, I have never been in nothing part of that. And my partner, shout out to my boy Joe, he gave me, bro, Hawk, right when he texted me. He texted me, said, man, the dome about to get loud. I said, man, no, it ain't. All of a sudden, man, they got the right music, the right food, and all of a sudden it erupted. And I was like, wow, I can't even hear myself. I know that if I can't hear myself talk, I know the Titans can't hear themselves talking. You
Facts.
can tell. You
Facts.
can tell. And we were right. Matter of fact, I bought tickets for the 50-yard line right behind the Titans bench. And I'm relaying message back to the Hawk. And I'm like, they can't hear. They can't hear. That. Yep. I'm looking at Tannehill like this. They should have put Will in that game. Tannehill's like this. Like this. So you were there. William Jones was there. I know Keisha was there. Like, that was a couple of Titans fans. We were in the building heavy, man. We was in the building heavy.
It was amazing, man.
Yeah.
I've been to 9. Okay, Debo, I got you. He said I meant the stadium will be an extension of. That's right. Okay, gotcha. That it will extend to 50 Broad. I've been to 9 road games in my life. 9. I've been to 9. It is the best atmosphere that I've ever been to in the NFL. The Saints game. The Saints. And every stadium has its own unique thing, I guess, right? But that stands out for me, man. I was like, this atmosphere is amazing. I told y'all, hey, the Saints game could spoil you, right? Because you would think that every stadium is like that, and it's not. The music, the energy, the fans, it was dope.
And Hawk, did y'all walk? Because they have it's a unique situation. Wherever your hotel is or however they do it, they usually have the fans walk to the stadium, right? Now we walk to the Titans stadium, we do, but not like that. It's just a different atmosphere, and you can tell they love their Saints. But that's what happens when you win a Super Bowl, I guess. It turns out like that. You know what I mean? Let me see. Mr. Jones says, how are the refs going to call our games? It's a great question. That is a great question. Hopefully fair.
Yep.
I hope fair.
Hopefully fair. Yeah. Hopefully fair.
Hopefully fair. Hey, William, you're not lying. He said, I need.
Yep.
The music was off the chain, dog. The music, I mean, it was something different, man. And Hawk, you're right. It spoiled me a little bit. I said, yeah. Jack the Ripper says Titans need a live band like college football is Music City.
That's a great idea, because live music in the city of Nashville is amazing. It's unbelievable. Like, you go anywhere in Nashville, there's live music. I'm like, they should be signed. Somebody should sign this band. They're that good, no matter where you go. So that's a good point, dude.
You know, those things I brought up as well, because learning from that particular situation when we did go to that Saints game, they did stuff specifically that tailored to the city, right? Different music, different things. And you're 100% right, Jack. Let's tailor to Music City. Something right now that the current stadium lacks is that, right?
Yep.
So.
Yep. Yeah, man. So.
Tish used to play at those games.
Cool, man.
Let's see. Blackberry says, I love how AR is automatically franchise quarterback, but every saying that we need to see how. You know how you shut that up? Just go out there and play. Just go out there and prove your critics wrong. Prove them wrong. Just prove them wrong.
Yep. And he has the opportunity to do that. He has that chance. He does. He has that. And then, Anthony Richardson is a first-round pick, top 5 in the draft. That plays a part in it too. You know what I mean? So they've invested in him to be there. So where Will Levis can step up, Anthony Richardson has to kind of come down. You know what I mean? So we'll see. So
yeah, he has an advantage. He definitely has it. Will Levis has an advantage because the pressure's on him, but it's not on him like that. If he was a first-round pick, the pressure would be up here. But he's lucky enough because he's a second-round pick. He has rooms to make mistakes. So his expectations with us are high, of course, but the league and everywhere else, they're low. So just do your thing, man.
Yep.
Don't make mistakes. I mean, you're going to make mistakes. It is what it is. I can give him grace. I will give him grace, right? I can give him grace. I don't think a lot of people are going to give him grace because of that stigma. But I understand the game of football. I understand how new elements come in. It's a learning curve. So,
yes, sir.
Again, do your thing, man. Will, if you watch the show, shout out to you. Shout out to my guy. He likes plants, so shout out to my guy Will. But do your thing, bro. Like, just prove them wrong. That's all that you have to do is just prove them wrong.
That's right.
Go in there and do you, bro.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Shout out to my boy Debo. He said, man, if y'all want to watch the game, come through, man, at the New Orleans. He's like, I got the tailgate. Okay, I got you. All right. Appreciate
Debo,
it.
So it sounded like Debo went to the game. Did they tailgate?
Oh, did you?
In New Orleans?
Yeah, they tailgated in New Orleans. Absolutely.
Man,
I didn't get a chance to go, but
I bet the food was off the chain, dog.
Yeah, I bet so too. Oh my God,
man! I bet the food was amazing, man.
Yeah,
the food in the stadium was off the chain. I was impressed. I was like, man, this is some good food, man. Like for real. So somebody said, I hope the atmosphere is like if it can match that with our new stadium, that'll be a tenfold plus, man. But we got to get the bodies in the seats. People got to go buy tickets. Man.
That's right. That's right.
So,
yep. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we want to say thank you all for rocking with us for the live chop up, man, for the pregame. Expect this for the most part for the rest of the season, man. In the pregame, we'll be able to do some live chop ups for sure, man. We really appreciate everybody's energy, questions, rocking with us, man. Pretty much everyone stayed on the entire show, man. We appreciate your time. We hope you appreciate it as well, too, man. Listen, if you have not followed us on Bleacher Report, you can do that today by downloading the app. You go to the Titans app there on Bleacher Report. You will see us as the official Titans Bleacher Report podcast. Follow us both. When content comes through, we'll be on there as well. Follow us here on YouTube. If you have not followed us, shame on you. Do that today. Check us out on Twitter, Titans Weekly 24/7. We're on Instagram at Tennessee Titans Weekly. We're on Apple and Spotify under Tennessee Titans Weekly. Look, we're on every platform. We're out there, man. Our voice is out there. So I'm ready for the Bears, man. Let's beat these Bears, bro.
Absolutely. And also, like Hawk said, man, if you're a truck driver, over the road truck driver, I know a couple of them, man. Like he said, tap into Spotify, Apple, that lets you listen to the show. And definitely, man, we appreciate the Weekly family, because if y'all wasn't here, man, we wouldn't be here. And y'all been rocking with us for this long, man. And welcome to the new Weekly family. We really appreciate y'all watching the show as well. So thank y'all for subscribing and cutting your notification bells and talking Titans. Not just Titans football, but football. You're going to learn from me and Hawk that we know football, and we just don't mind talking Titans. We can talk college. We can talk anything. So shout out to y'all, man. And let's get to these Bears, and y'all have a safe weekend. Enjoy this football, man. Football is back. College, high school, Pee-wee, NFL. We back, baby. Let's get it, and let's get to the stars. And again, as we do all the time, Hawk, take us away, man.
Yes, sir. Well, listen, have a great rest of your day, y'all. We will have a post-game show for sure on Bleacher Report and on YouTube. We'll be out there for sure. As we all one more thing.
hey, man, berries and juices, man. Berries and juices, bro. It keeps it smooth and it allows it to grow, bro.
I need to put some on the top of my dome head, though, right? I don't know if it'll work on the top of my head, but yeah.
I appreciate it, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah, man. Appreciate it. Well, listen, as we always say and as we always do, folks, facts.
No paper.
Tennessee Titans Weekly, we can't read a rock, but being the best podcast with Hawk and Jock. We cover the Titans early in the morning or later, with everything you need, spitting facts, no paper. From the Music City, born and raised, we reppin'. The city and the state of Tennessee, we steppin'. Our fans enjoy, they say they'll enlighten us. Let's go Titans fans and tighten up. Welcome to your favorite Tennessee Titans podcast. We're here to be the best and never last. Hawk and Jock, what's the plot? To make the Super Bowl, or can we win or not? Welcome to your favorite Tennessee Titans podcast. We give you news and perspectives and do it fast. When you see our shows, tell us what's up. Let's get this win and go home and tighten up. We are the best in the game, and it shows. Let's go Tennessee Titans, let's win some more. Nashville is our home, but Tennessee is our state. Let's beat every team down, said Hut. Right, Tennessee Titans Weekly, we carry the rock. Of being the best podcast for Hawk and Jock. We cover the Titans early in the morning or later, but everything you need, spitting facts, no paper. From the Music City, born and raised, we reppin'. The city and the state of Tennessee, we steppin'. Our fans enjoy, they say they'll enlighten us. Let's go Titans fans and tighten up. Welcome to your favorite Tennessee Titans podcast. We're here to be the best and never last. Hawk and Jock, what's the plot? To make the Super Bowl, or can we win or not? Welcome to your favorite Tennessee Titans podcast. Giving news and perspectives and do it fast. When you see our shows, tell us what's up. Just win and go home and tighten up, tighten up.